Welcome to my channel Tech Bytes. In this session, you will be learning more about types of statements in Python and statement flow of control. Objectives. Now, in this session, you will be learning about the types of statements in Python, empty statement, simple statement, compound statements, statement flow of control, sequence, selection, and iteration. Students, you will be learning about the types of statements in Python. What are the different types of statements? You will be learning this in this session. Now, what is a statement? Statements are instructions which are given to the computer to perform any kind of action. What are these any kind of action? It can be mathematical calculation, it can be decision making, or it can be any other statements which is asking the computer to do a specific action, isn't it? Now, the action may be data movements, that is, if I type A is equal to B plus C, which means B and C are added and the content is stored in A. That is data movement. Making decisions, if A is greater than B, that is decision making. And then repeated action. Suppose if I ask you to find out the sum of first 10 natural numbers, then the repeated addition will be done. So when you are doing the repeated action or repeated addition, then lot of statements are involved, right? So statements form the smallest executable unit of a program, Python program. Now, this Python statement can belong to any one of the following three types which are given here: empty statement, simple statement, and compound statement. What is an empty statement? Simplest statement. What does it do? It does nothing. So, the statement which is simplest and it does nothing is called as an empty statement. Now, how do you write it or how do you type it? It is pass. Okay. Pass statement in Python. What does it do? It does nothing. And it is also called as null operation statement. Now, the pass statement is used. Why? Because sometimes when you write a program, syntactically you will require a command there or a statement there. But logically, no operation has to be carried out. So, in that case, you will need a pass statement. Let me explain you with the help of this flowchart. First, you have a test expression here, which is a condition, which is providing a condition. Now, if it is true, then it enters to this. It enters this area, and there is pass statement here. Pass literally does nothing, and it continues with the remaining part of the loop. Whereas if it is false, it has to come out, it has to exit the loop. So this is the diagrammatic representation of pass statement. Coming to the simple statements, any executable statement is a simple statement. Now here are two examples. Name is equal to input your name, print of name, or you can say C is equal to A plus B. All these are simple statements. Coming to the different types of statements in Python, we have compound statements. Compound statements are a group of statements which are executed as a single unit. Now, what are the group of statements? Now, the first line is a header which ends with a semicolon. Now, what are some of the examples of the compound statements? We have while, if. Okay, these are some of the examples. Now, the lines following the header are intended to indicate that they are associated, that these lines are associated with the header line. which means that you have an example here. Num1 is equal to enter the first number. Okay, you are entering two numbers. Now you are just comparing two numbers. That is num2 is less than num1. Now this is the header line, right? And this has a colon. Now if you see this, those lines which are following the header lines, they appear together. So they are nothing but compound statements. They appear as a block. Okay. So the colon at the end of the header line means it's a compound statement, and the contained statements within are indented to the right. Okay. So these are about the compound statements. Now, the statement flow of control in a program, statements can be executed sequentially, selectively, and iteratively. Every programming language provides the constructs which support a particular sequence or selection or iteration. Sequence means one after the other. Selection means you select whichever is required for you. Iteration means repetition. Okay, coming to sequence, the sequence constructs means the sequence are executed sequentially, which means it is executed one by one. The sequence refers to the normal flow of the control in a program. It's very simple. It's the simplest one. Okay, now this is the flow of the sequence, statement flow of control. Now statement 1, then followed by statement 2, followed by statement 3, and so on. Whereas in case of selection, what happens is the statements are based on the condition, or the simply put, the execution of the statements are depending upon a specific condition. Now, if the condition is true, then some set of statements are executed. Whereas if the conditions are false, some other statements are executed. Now, so the selection control is also called, note this, it's very important, it is also called as a decision construct. Why? Because it helps in making the decision about which statements are to be executed. Okay. Now, this is the flow of control for selection. Now, there is a condition. If the condition is true, then some statements are executed. If the course of action continues. If the condition is false and some other statements are executed, another course of action continues, and this is about the flow of control for selection statements. Now, you can see here very clearly that in selection you have to stop. There are some statements you have to wait and then go. So it basically tells you, like, not all statements will be executed in one go. It is based upon the decision. So on certain specific decisions, some statements will be executed. On certain specific decisions, some other statement will be executed. Now, iteration, which means looping. Now, iteration construct means repetition of set of statements depending on a particular condition. So here also you have condition, but based on that condition, some repetition will happen. How? When? Till the condition becomes true. Okay? Repetition will happen till the condition becomes true. Now, let us see this by looking at the diagram. As soon as the condition becomes false, repetition stops. Now here, you have the condition represented here, which is false. If it is false, what will happen? And if it is true, what will happen? If it is true, statement 1 and statement 2 are executed. If it is false, you have to exit the condition. Now, so this is how the looping works. Okay, these are some of the questions, some important questions for you. What is a statement? How many types of statements are there in Python? What is the significance of a pass statement? What is a compound statement? Give an example of the compound statement. What are the three constructs that govern the statement flow? What is the need for selection and looping constructs? Thank you for watching. If you like the video, click like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.